So tonight for dinner we are making green chicken curry. So we're going to start with some oil in the pan, and then we're going to put in some ginger and some garlic and fry that up. From there we're going to add half a brown onion. So once the onion is browned, I'm just going to add half a kilo of chicken breast and let that brown off. So the chicken is starting to brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some green curry paste. This one's the Balkan brand. I find that quite nice, but all of them are pretty good. I'm just going to make a little hole in the middle of the chicken. And I'm just going to put in about half a jar of the curry paste. And then I'm just going to give it a little stir and just let that fry up a little bit and become fragrant. So once oil is starting to appear and you can smell the green curry paste, I'll just mix it into the chicken. Give it a bit of a mix into the chicken and the onion. And then I'm going to get some light coconut milk, give it a shake to bind it all together. And I'm just going to pour in half of the can at the moment, which will create a bit of a sauce. And give it a stir just to mix in that curry paste. So that's looking amazing. The colour's nice and dark and it's got an amazing smell. So I'm going to start to add some vegetables. So first up, I've got some red capsicum and mushrooms, which I'm just going to pop in there and give a quick stir. And then I'm just going to add some carrot and some cherry tomato. But you can add whichever vegetables that you like, whatever you've got in the fridge. Okay, so next up, I'm just going to add the rest of the coconut milk into here. I'm also going to add some fish sauce. So a bit of a splash of fish sauce. I do really like fish sauce. I love Vietnamese food, which has a lot of fish sauce. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of brown sugar. So maybe about a teaspoon of brown sugar for a bit of sweetness. And I'm going to add the juice of a lime. And I'm going to give that a really good stir. So the reason why I'm making green chicken curry, I've not made this. I think it's been about 12 months since I've made this. I was talking to my son Keegan, who lives in Melbourne, the other day, and he's like, oh, I miss you cooking so much. He goes, I loved it when you used to make green chicken curry. He was a funny kid. As a teenager, he just loved curries and things like that. And he's like, I really miss that. So I was like, oh, I should make green chicken curry. So just give that a bit of a stir. And then what I'm going to do is put the lid on and let it simmer for maybe about 15 minutes and soak up all of those juices. Normally, if I had it, I would put in some lemongrass. I love to break up lemongrass and put it in there, and kaffir lime leaves as well. Normally tear up a whole heap of them and put them in, adds so much extra flavour. But I don't actually have them. I didn't buy them, so a little bit out of whack, but I highly recommend adding them in. I'm cooking for about 10 minutes with the lid on, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the lid off for about another 5 minutes, just to let it thicken up a little bit. So the smell is amazing in here, but yeah, nice and juicy vegetables, but lots of sauce in there. So we'll let that simmer with the lid off for about 10 minutes. And then with that one, I'll just serve that up with some brown rice or some vermicelli nut rice noodle is also really good with that. And it does freeze really well. So I love this because I just freeze all the leftovers and they are my lunches if I don't have lunch.